The next type of story that we're going to go over is the fiction. Fiction is an imaginative or narrative in prose form, invented or imagined, and a made up story. So the fiction story that we are going to read is called A New Home for Henry. You can tell this is fiction because you can look at the pictures and see these aren't real people. So this is a made up story. Chapter 1, Henry and Me. I have a pet turtle named Henry. Dad bought him for me. Henry and I are best friends. We have so much fun together. Henry lives in a tank in my room. He keeps me company. He always listens to what I say. We have a good relationship. He likes it when I scratch his head. I like to watch him swim in the tank. He also enjoys lying on his rock. Henry sleeps a lot, Dad says. Yes, turtles like to sleep, I say. Henry eats all kinds of things. He eats fruits and vegetables. He also eats turtle food from the pet store. But Henry likes worms best of all. Dad brings him worms from the garden to eat. Look, Sarah, I found Henry some dinner, he said. Chapter 2, A Trip to the Pet Store. Lately, Henry has changed. He doesn't look happy. He has lost his appetite. He just sits and stares. He's not even eating worms, says Dad. I'm worried. Is Henry sick? I ask Dad. I don't know, Sarah, Dad says. Let's take him to the pet store. The next day, Dad and I take Henry to the pet store. We talk to the owner about Henry. Turtles like to live outside, she says. You need to move Henry into your yard. Turtles need space to move around, the owner says. They need some sun as well as some shade. She shows us a turtle in a large pen. The turtle is hiding there behind some plants. I glance at Dad. He smiles at me. Yes, Sarah, we can build a proper pen for Henry, he says. We'll build it in the yard. It will be a nice place for him to live. We'll make it safe for him. I'm sad that Henry can't stay in my room, but I want him to have lots of space. His friendship is important to me, and I want him to be happy. The next day, Dad and I decide to where to build Henry's pen. This is a great spot, I say. It's sunny all morning. It also has some leafy plants for shade. You're right, Sarah, says Dad. Let's build it here. Henry is good at digging. He also loves exploring. Sometimes he tries to climb out of his tank. We make walls out of wood to keep Henry in the pen. Then we dig a shallow trench around the bottom of the walls. We put bricks in the trench. This will keep him from digging under the walls. I would worry about him if he got lost. Henry likes hiding under different things, so we put 2 small logs in the pen. I put in a wooden box for Henry's house. Turtles also like to live on rocks to warm themselves. To lie on rocks to warm themselves, says Dad. We trade some of the small rocks for a larger rock. It will also make shade for Henry on hot days. When I glance in the pen, I notice something is missing. Henry needs water, I say. He needs water to swim in. We have a small tub from the pet store. We dig a hole and put the tub in. Henry will be able to climb in and out easily. Then we put Henry in his new home. The first thing he does is climb into the tub. Look at him splash, says Dad. He loves his new home. I'll miss having Henry in my room, but he's happy in the pen, and that makes me happy too. So here we have a fiction story about Henry and his new home.